Oh. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel Machining with Joe. So today we're going to be jumping in with another Let's Make a Tool video, and today I'm going to be doing a really simple tool which any of you guys can do in your early career of machining, and we're going to be building a machinist's hammer. So what's a machinist's hammer, I hear you asking? Well, a machinist's hammer is a little bit different to the regular hammer that you might use around your house or in the garage, and it's basically used for dialing in work on the lathe or on the mill. Because it's got two soft jaws on it, you can tap in work without the risk of damaging the surface on the work, and yet try getting a better concentricity or flatness if you're on the mill, and generally it's just a slightly more precise hammer to use for getting those really small adjustments. So that's what we're going to be doing today, building my very first machinist hammer. So we're going to be doing most of this project over on the lathe and finishing it off a little bit on the mill. So hope you enjoy this, guys. Give it a thumbs up if you do. To make a machinist's hammer then, we're not actually going to need that much materials. We're going to be making the handle and the head out of bright mild steel, and the two hitting faces are going to be made from aluminium and brass. So the diameter of this is 25mm. I want to keep as much as that as possible for the handle and for the head. And as for the ends, we're going to have to turn the aluminium down quite a lot and shorten it to get it all to sort of look normal. A really good thing about making one of these projects is none of the dimensions are overly that critical. Don't get me wrong, the handle's going to have to fit into the head quite nicely, but all the features that we're going to be machining onto the handle and onto the head aren't going to be completely necessary. So it's going to be one of those projects where it's sort of up to your discretion how you design this and how you machine this. So that's about enough talk for now. Let's head over to the lathe and we'll start machining this and get it resembling a machinist's hammer, hopefully by the end of this video. To begin with then, where we've got so much stick out in this part, I need to face this off and get a live centre in there as quick as possible. So I'm going to start off by doing that as my first process. Because we've got so much stick out, I need to do really light passes on this, just to make sure I don't get any chatter. And that seems to be machining really nice. Yeah, I think that'll do for our faced off surface. Right, so we'll move that out of the way. So I need to centre drill this now and get a live centre in there, because at the minute it's a bit dodgy with all this stick out. Lovely. I think that's enough to get our live centre in there now. So this first section we've got a lot of turning down to do, because I want to get this down to an M10 thread, and currently this stock is 25mm. So a lot of turning is going to be involved here. So that's currently a 0.5mm depth of cut, so 1mm overall, and that was quite good actually, not a lot of chatter and quite good chip control, so we'll give that one another go I think. Yeah, those chips are breaking really nice actually with that depth of cut. We're currently at 6.5mm depth of cut then, and in theory that should have left us about 12mm worth of stock, so just quickly double check that. So we're on 12.46. So still got about another 2.5 mil left to go. And in theory, if I've got my measurements right, this should be our final pass. So in theory now, I could wind a die onto that, put this onto the head of the hammer that we're going to make and call that it. But as this is a machinist hammer, I want to try tighten it up a little bit, make it look a little bit more fancy. So that's what we're going to do now, is basically just dress this bar in a way where ergonomically it's nice to hold, but also aesthetically it looks good. So let's start turning in some features. We're slowly starting to get something then that more resembles a hammer handle. So down here is going to be where you hold on to the hammer. This is almost going to be the neck of the hammer with the threaded section here. So a little bit more finer detail I want to get into here now is I've left sort of a stepped section here so I can run my curved radius tool up here and give that a nice sort of radius. And I want to do the same down this end but on a slightly smaller scale. So the next thing I need to do now is get this down to 16mm, and then when we're at that point I can start to add just a very small radius section here. So I believe now we're at about 17.5mm, so I've got a little bit more to go and then I can start adding in a few more features. So we're nearly getting to a point now where the handle end is all finished. Just turning down the last little bit before adding in the curved features. So this is where things get really fun now, because I need to now freehand the little radius sections in here. So I've done this once before with a pulley and it didn't turn out too bad. So I'm hoping this is going to go the same way. What's going on here? Oh, we've got some chips caught in there. There we go. Right, so I think I'm going to start with this section here and we'll see how this goes with the radius tool. So we did get quite a lot of chatter, but we've got a really nice feature on that actually, so that's turned out really well. If I can buff out some of those chatter marks, that should look really nice. So just need to do a really light pass here and just try adding a slight radius section into that, just to sort of blend it all in. Right then, the handle is all finished and I'm really happy with how this has turned out. So this has skipped forward a couple of processes since when you last saw it, but all I've really added is I've added some nails to the handle and just used a parting tool here just to separate it all off. But overall, it has come out really well. I'm really happy with how the radiuses have come out. They give that a really nice feature, and I've tried adding a very minute radius to the bottom here. And generally, that is all done now. I might do a little bit more polishing before this is all finished, but that is all done. Next we need to move on to the head of the hammer then, and also the faces, which are going to be made from aluminium and brass. So I think I'll start with the actual head of the hammer first. With the head of my hammer now in the chuck, I need to face this off and drill this out to accept an M10 tap, and that's how we're going to hold on the faces that we're going to be hitting things with. So let's face this off. I'm going to be drilling these holes 20mm deep. And to check how deep I'm going, I'm going to be keeping an eye on my DRO, on my tailstock. 17. Just about to come up to 20mm now. And there we are. Now we're drilled out to the correct size, I can begin tapping my hole. So how I've got this set up, I've got a spring-loaded tap follower in my drill chuck here. And I've got the tap on centre, cutting an M10 thread. Right then, with this hole all fully tapped, I can now remove my tap out of here and test fit one of the faces I've already made actually, so no point making up a little fairy tale. The faces have already been made. I made them off camera because I didn't really feel they were overly needed or relevant to show you guys how to make them. They're literally just a bit of aluminium with an M10 thread put on it, and I've just put a little fillet in there so I can screw that all the way into the head and that will butt up nicely. So let's give that a little test fit. Oh, fits in there quite nice. Does it butt all the way up? Yes it does. Lovely. So what my plan is to do now is I'm going to turn all this down probably about 3/4 the way down the head, and after that I'm going to flip the part and repeat that procedure again for the brass insert. So I think next time you're going to see me, we're going to be over on the mill getting ready to drill and counterbore this to screw onto the handle of the hammer. So hope you enjoy this so far. It's going to be a really cool project I think by the time it's all finished. Right then, my hammer head and faces are all done now. So what's left to do, I need to drill and tap this right smack bang in the centre to attach onto the handle of the hammer. So to do that, just briefly, I've got an edge finder here, and how I'm going to do this, I'm going to edge find on this back jaw here, and by doing that it gives me a reference point to find the centre line. So the material in here is 24mm of stock now, and the tip of the edge finder is a 6mm tip. So once I've found this edge, I need to add 3mm for half of the tip, and then I need to add 12mm for half of the diameter. And I'm also going to do a very similar technique to find the centre line left to right. Just going to edge find on here, add 3mm, and then add half the overall length of the part. So let's give that a go and see how it ends up. Edge there. So just doing the final little bits now for the counter bore before we go in finally with the tap. So this is a 16mm drill bit, running it fairly slow, and we'll see how we go. Yeah, that's not bad, that. So with the drilling done, it's not obviously left a flat bottom, so I'm going to have to go in with an end mill and see if we can get that fairly flat. So I'm not entirely sure how this is going to work. In theory it should work, but in reality it might not. My mill might just not be strong enough, so let's see how this goes. Annoyingly, the only 16mm end mill I have is a carbide one, so if this goes wrong and chips it, it's going to be a bit annoying. But let's see how we get on. Loads of cutting fluid on there, it might be alright. Just going to go nice and easy and just remove the chips as I go. Well, I'm pretty happy with that. Not going to push my luck anymore, I don't think. I think that's probably going to be just about right for what we need. So, spot on. Right, yeah, so I need to tap this out to an M10. And then once that's done, I should be able to wind this onto the handle. So, see you guys in a minute. Well, hey, I've got my very own machinist's hammer. So, just a little secret between me and you. I've actually drilled this off centre. I don't know how it happened, because I'm pretty sure I measured it all right, but it's actually 10mm or 1 centimetre too far to one side. So, any of my friends that ask, I'm going to say I made it like this for extra leverage in one direction, but between me and you, I messed up a little bit there. So, I'm really happy with how this project has turned out. I'd say this is probably the most advanced tool I've made so far. Although it's just a basic hammer, the skills I've used and learnt along the way to make this are actually really interesting and really fun to try out in real life. So, if you're thinking about making a machinist hammer, watch this video for a little bit of a guide. Maybe not an exact science, because obviously things have gone wrong in my video, but still, this is going to be a really functional tool to use around the workshop, and hopefully it'll be a tool that I keep for years to come. That sums up this video then, guys. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next week back here in the garage. Have a good week, guys.